Robot and the bear, robot and the bear, robot and the bear.
Wow. Hand motions.
Yeah, I feel like a little dance was needed for this
Okay.
time. So
Awesome.
you
That
know,
was a spirited intro right there.
yeah. Sorry, we haven't been on for a while. I've been
It's okay.
I've been in like show prep hell.
No, I got it. You have a show coming up soon
Yeah,
because it's August tomorrow.
yeah, August 16th.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
in at Harmon Projects. So in New York
New
City.
York. So you're flying out there. How does all the work going to get there?
I, FedEx
Yeah.
does the heavy
Gotcha.
lifting. So,
Gotcha.
I'm already sent out all the big stuff, and now
Oh wow.
I'm tonight. I'll probably be done with the final painting, and yeah, I'm looking forward to trying to go to sleep, while the sun is still, you know,
Wow.
like not up. you know?
Congratulations. Well,
So
not congratulations yet, but almost.
almost, and then I have to
Yeah.
see how bad the art recession is. So
Maybe this is going to be the big break.
maybe we'll see. I don't know. I've been, attending a bunch of shows whenever I can, and um it's looking rough out there. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I think so.
you know,
Galleries closing here and there and
mhm.
stuff like that. So yeah, you hear about it, and then I hear a lot of weird excuses.
Yeah. How are
I
things
think
going how was San Diego? San Diego?
San Diego Comic Book Convention. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
How
isn't that
was it?
amazing?
How was it? I saw you interacting with a gigantic Galactus.
Oh yeah.
That was
um,
great. That was
yeah, the
amazing.
Galactus. I mean, that I'm trying to figure out how tall he was. Maybe 8 foot or 9 foot. I'm not
He
sure.
looked like he
Maybe
looked like he
taller.
was on like 2.5 foot. He looked like he was on 2 foot stilts, and then like with the added head weight, the head height.
Yeah,
You know,
because the guy's face, he's on stilts, and the guy's face is in the neck.
yeah.
So there's a head above that. So yeah, maybe he's like the total of 9 or 10 feet.
Yeah, yeah, it was very he definitely couldn't fit through the door. He
No, no, he had to duck down the door
yeah,
or underneath the door.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a video of him trying to having to go under the door.
There was
But
I think
yes, stop by our booth, and Galactus looked at an ugly doll.
yeah, he at the purple one.
Yeah, the purple ugly doll, and he says, "I like purple." I thought that was really funny. He stopped at our booth and he kind of ducks down to look at the ugly doll. Just really kind of a funny moment. I filmed that one,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
guess there was a lot of different angles of that moment. But yeah, I filmed it from the inside because that's where I was. I was like, oh, I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to see his head. All of a sudden, he ducks down and he's looking at the ugly doll. It's kind of cute.
That is great.
Yeah,
Did he have a voice thing so you could be able to amplify his voice over the
I,
other?
yeah, for sure. There's some kind of a voice thing that makes it louder and whatnot.
Oh, that is
That
so
was really cool,
cool.
right? That was like the coolest cosplay thing I saw
Yeah. That
there because it was just such a spectacle. In that case, do you know anything? Maybe because you know Linda, uh, does that person getting paid by somebody to do that? Is that like Marvel paying that guy, or
it's
is that just a hobby? I mean, there's a people walking with that dude. Like he's not alone.
yeah.
So I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of effort and labor and
Well, he
lots of stuff going on
if
with that.
he's a cosplay influencer, that's, one thing, right? And he
Yeah.
can from what I understand, Linda and other cosplayers they will get sponsored to because of their, you know, innovative cosplay stuff will,
Right.
get paid to attend things, be,
Right.
invited to do things, will get sponsorship deals where they like do things at people's booths, in cosplay that
Right.
they make and
I mean, this
whatever.
thing can't do any of those things. It just can walk back and front, back and forth. That's all it can really do. But
But
I just
that's
was
all you
wondering. I
needed to
mean,
do. That's all
yeah,
what a
but that
cosplayer
costume must have cost thousands of dollars to make,
easily.
maybe, and then
easily.
I'm just wondering what the end goal is. Is it just to be cool, or is there like someone paying this person to do it?
It's to be the belle of the ball, Eric.
Gotcha.
You
Okay, gotcha.
know? And
If that's what it is, then that's what it is. I just didn't know
he
if
did it.
there was more to it.
He did. I wonder if, on Saturday night he was up there, like, on the upper floors of the convention center, like
Getting an award or something.
getting something, some kind of, acknowledgement from his peers,
Right.
So
I hope so.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I look at Comic-Con as this, at least this year, every year there's some kind of a highlight for me at Comic-Con. Well, almost every year. And I could remember past Comic-Cons by these special moments or events. This year, I mean, is Galactus my memory of this? Because I don't really have a specific highlight or something, oh, wow, this is different than previous years. You know what I mean? There wasn't that something special that makes me go, oh, wow. Comic-Con 2025, this is a defining thing. For me, it's just like one of those, it was kind of like a, maybe very, very vanilla.
How many years have you been doing this now?
Like basically not counting the pandemic, because it's, let's say 25 years, but I missed a couple because of the pandemic.
25 years.
Maybe more.
So like starting in the year 2000.
Before then, frankly. So I think my first Comic-Con, I attended one in 93, and then I think I got a small press booth maybe in 94.
Okay, wow.
Or a small press table starting in 94 perhaps. And I think yeah.
Well, do you
we
feel
haven't missed
like
one really?
Comic-Con is kind of like like you're kind of there for a different like for say myself, it's definitely lost a lot of its relevancy, for me, just because like when I started going in 2005, 2004, something like that, and started like like really and like the entire like that first American wave of art toys kind of started in around then, and then it just kind of like it just kind of crashed eventually. It crashed around 2009, and it just kind of came to a whimpering defeat in like maybe like a couple years ago.
Right.
And so like,
well, remember 2010 or 11 maybe is when Giant Robot finished, and then we started a booth with 2 DTOFs, and we did that art toy thing, and that was actually pretty good. So yeah. I thought at that point the customization scene was actually happening.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah.
And but like your location of your booth and the audience that you kind of bring in are like not very like as niche as that area was.
I think we kind of have moved toward doing stuff. It's just more commercial, frankly. Because of where we're at. I mean, it's either I could have one of every Giant Robot magazine out and within a stack of them, so you could buy those, and I could have the Giant Robot book, and that's the entire booth. I'll lose my shirt on that, right? Easily. Versus putting commercial goods out there and selling it, and coming away with a profit. So that's kind of the deal I make with myself, is I'm just going to do it for profit because we have a booth in a main aisle.
Right.
If you put me in a corner somewhere where I have no chance of surviving, then maybe I'll do something.
Oh yeah.
That just promotes Giant Robot, but frankly, no, I have a good spot, so I need to take advantage of that.
But do you feel that I mean, like the conventions has definitely changed a lot?
It's it's strange because like you mentioned, the art toy thing, I feel like there's less and less every year of that. So yeah, let's almost, I mean, it still has a spot there, but it's just not as prevalent. You're right. But then at the same time, I think there was this rise of superstars being at Comic-Con, right? And superstars meaning the biggest actors. And I feel like that's kind of gone away. the biggest actors are no longer at Comic-Con.
Well, Marvel
There's a few here and there, but you're not getting like all of them like they were before. Like I don't think that's happened in the last bit, right? They had a Game of Thrones panel with every star from Game of Thrones would be on that stage. Like the biggest ones would be there, all of them. Right. Robert Downey Jr. is on the convention floor doing his, pretending he's Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had all of that happening, and I don't know if that happens anymore on the convention floor. They had Will Smith one year before he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Right.
He walked through the convention to go to a booth that had like a second level, like a second floor, and did something up there, and a huge crowd gathered. Right. Like that's not happening either. Like there is no like superstar walking right through and having crowds like cheer and go crazy.
Yeah.
The biggest star this year might have been John Cena.
Right. He did the Peacemaker panel, right?
Right, there was that. And then what? Then there's Guillermo del Toro talking to George Lucas on Sunday.
Right.
But that's for the people that are my age or older, right? That's not for the kids. So basically, yeah, John Cena, the big star of San Diego Comic-Con.
I mean, he is a big star. John.
He is, but that's all.
Yeah.
Who's second place? Like, who is the second place star? There is no like 5 different stars. It's just John Cena, and that's it.
I know, like Marvel Studios did not have a booth at San Diego.
That was the point I was getting to. Is the big studios maybe they're not there anymore. There is no Marvel, but there's no other ones too, right? Didn't a few others pull out of it?
DC there? I mean, DC was there since John Cena was there, but
maybe, but yeah, I think no, I'm not even 100% sure. And then, I felt like there was some kind of a big Star Wars thing there that's been gone for a while now, right?
Yeah,
because Star Wars has their own event. So that's what I'm saying. It's like all these companies seem like they're there's one foot out the door when before it was a fight to get in. I feel like now it's like, well, maybe we don't need to be here. We could go do something else, etc. So that's an interesting, like, also another shift. You know what I mean? That's like the commercial shift is like, is Warner Brothers still there? And remember they were encroaching on the Monkey King booth, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Was it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
That's not there anymore, right? Is my guess. I don't think that's happening there. That's an
don't
example. It's like that used to be on the floor. I bet you they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. No, it's I mean, it might be for the betterment of it. I mean, it's kind of nice to hear that, like, maybe Comic-Con is going back to comics or comic culture.
Yeah.
As opposed to like just trying to be the biggest pop culture like extravaganza, that there is.
Right.
And like I mean, it was exciting, to be there for like that 2010 and up,
Yeah, remember they had that whole art toy area?
Yep.
It was on the other side of the convention.
It used to have a name too. I forgot what it was called, but like it used to have its own.
But the funniest thing was I was like asked to move there way back, right? Like, and I was like, no, I'm going to stay where I'm at. And then lo and behold, that thing crashes. And then half of those guys or more, whoever was left, was trying to come back to my area. And I was like, get the fuck out of my area. Like, you left here. I stayed. Now you want to come back? Hell no.
I don't even see what the point of moving there would have been, just because you would inevitably.
The idea was to create an area, obviously, to make their own indie toy area. Right. That was the idea. And then it's like, as it crashes, it's like everybody's like, oh, I want to come back to where you're at. I'm like, no, stay the fuck away. Leave me alone. No, I don't know. I'm kidding. But I mean, I do know that the idea was to move there, do this thing, and then it crashes. So everyone's just kind of spread on their own. But I feel like there's a little vestige of it still. But that's just all, that's a busy area too. So there's nothing wrong with it anyway. Comic-Con's all busy.
Was it as lucrative as before?
I did just as well as last year.
Right. Okay.
And that's good enough. I mean, it does well enough.
Right.
The most lucrative year for everyone there was 2023 because of the strike, the actors' strike. And because of that, there were no panels, nothing cool happening. Shopping was the only thing you can do. So it was like nonstop shopping. It was absolutely wild. Wow. I've never seen such a thing. So that that probably should have been the best year for everybody in terms of like a boothing, selling stuff standpoint.
Right.
But like last year was the big giant robot year. We had our panel, we had the book, we had all the stuff. So it was like this big year for that. And then this year though, that was just kind of like, it was kind of nothing. Like it was just an average Comic-Con in terms of like the event itself.
Do you mark your products up in price for the
I did for the first time actually this year by a little bit. I did here and there. I did.
Right. Like, do you usually try and keep it at like MSRP, or do you like before? Or
it depends. It depends on what I have, but half the stuff I have, I can make the call on the prices anyway. So I do. I might raise it a few dollars or $2 or just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit because that booth is
it's not getting cheaper.
It's almost $10,000. What I pay. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a double like area.
Yeah, I have a double, a 20 by 10.
Right.
But then just think the Airbnb, they raise their rates high. They know it's Comic-Con. Did you know? Okay, for example, here's an example. If you get a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, like just an Airbnb,
right,
that's around $3,500, right, for a week. Okay. So let's say you get a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom one. Now you're talking $5,500. Okay. Let's say you get a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. That's $10,000 plus for the week.
Oh wow.
So like, so you get a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, or 4-bedroom. 4 bedrooms, yeah, you're at $10,000, or at least, and with 3 bathrooms.
And
that's kind of how that's what I've noticed. Like I've studied this over the last many years, and that's what happens.
So okay, so a 4-bedroom. Assuming you can accommodate 8 people, right? That's like 2 people a room.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10 people.
Yeah.
So maybe. Like you have people staying in the living room. 3 people in the living room.
Yeah.
Like so I mean,
I don't do that. I don't do that, but I mean that's what it can do.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna buy it.
I'm
not gonna rent that.
Do you do Airbnb? Do you go to the same place every year, or
no? So every year. So this is interesting because, and for anyone who uses Airbnb, that any user can cancel you like before your date, right?
Bro.
So more than once now, twice I believe it's happened, at least for Comic-Con. I rented a place, was all happy, going, okay, I got a decent deal. I mean, not great, but I got a good spot. I book maybe 300 days in advance, right?
Right.
I mean, I'll book the Airbnb for next year before the end of this year, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I'll do. So basically, somewhere in like April, they canceled it, right?
Oh,
and I'm like, oh shit. So I have to, I'm just fucking hustling, and I get the fastest place I can get right away. I'm just like, okay, I need to book another spot immediately. Mm-hmm. So I do that. And, it's not as good as the place I was going to have, but it's just how it is, right? That's the thing. There's no guarantees with Airbnb. So it's just a big risk. And this has happened twice now and the problem with San Diego is another buyer beware type of thing. And maybe it's Airbnbs in general. There's leasing companies that get the listing and they handle the Airbnb, the work of booking the Airbnb. And so like, although I'm talking to Fred is not the person who owns that house or has the lease to that house. Fred is a realtor who has the listing and is handling the Airbnb on behalf of a person who may own that house, but then this person might live in Japan, right?
Right.
Like the owner's not even in the country maybe, and then you have this guy Fred who's actually managing the listing part. You know what I'm saying? It's right. Like there's no stake in it for this Fred guy except he's making some middleman money. However, he doesn't also know the first thing about that house. Like he's not there. He's just kind of handling an Airbnb account. Okay. So wait, let me continue first real quick. Mm-hmm. Imagine if person in Japan goes, you know what? Fuck Fred. I don't want to do this anymore with Fred. I'm going to work with Luke out of LA. But let's just say all of a sudden Fred is now canceling canceling my reservation. Fred's going, oh, well, fuck it. I got to cancel all my reservations now or whatever it is. So basically I get, you know what I mean? And then the listing is, or what if the guy in Japan goes, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to let my cousin live there for free. And then yeah, I lose my listing, right? So there's no like responsibility there. They just don't give a shit. So that's the problem with an
Right.
Airbnb. And it's always at a risk. Like it can happen like that. So just so you know,
Mm.
Airbnb, that's the one
So,
effed up thing.
so do you think that you might have gotten the boot because they were not charging you as much as they thought they should be charging you?
That happened last year. Last
Uh,
year.
like
Yeah.
you
Last
were
year,
getting a really good deal, and then
I was getting
suddenly
a
like,
fair deal. What I thought it was still expensive. And then the guy goes, well, I'm going to cancel your reservation because I forgot this is Comic Con. And then I was like, oh, fuck. So I just paid him more money.
uh,
Yeah. Buy it. You know what I mean? But literally, that's what happened last year.
right, right.
And so those another year before that where I got the person canceled it and I had to find another place. So it's happened.
Have you just thought about like how what are the
So usually
prices
I
of
tell,
hotels now? Like,
say that again,
what are the prices of hotels now?
$350 a night. I mean,
Okay.
you could get probably a more dank spot in one of those other ones, but if you want to be close to the convention center, I believe those nicer hotels are at least $350 a night.
Last year, I went out there with Jesse and Linda, and
Mhm.
we stayed at like some last minute, like, hotel. I was just like, because we were only there for like one night, and it was pretty cheap. It was probably like $300 a night, but like,
Mhm.
it's split between three people.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's really good.
it's a good deal.
Yeah.
But
But for me, because I'm paying for stuff for the booth, I would need what, 3 rooms, and now we're at like 6 days or 7 days at 350, and then I don't know. Now you're at $6,000, $7,000. I don't know.
oh yeah,
And is 3 rooms even enough? I might need four. So you
right,
know, yeah,
right, yeah. That's
yeah. It's just
expensive.
really they
Yeah,
just make
but
it really, everything's really expensive. So
y- y-
you have to kick ass at your booth, or else you're just doing it
yeah,
for fun.
no, the expenses. I didn't realize. I mean, like, well, you do have a huge booth. Like, you have like
Yeah,
a what was it?
it's a double. It's a double.
Is it a double? Is it a 20 by 20
No,
or
it's 20 by 10.
20 by 10?
Yeah, yeah. But imagine if, it's a 20 by 10, technically 2 corners because I'm an island booth, right?
Right, right,
So technically it's like buying 2 corners. But, just imagine that if you get a booth there, you're paying at least $4,000 for a corner booth, right? That's
right,
$4,000 for a 10 by 10, which I don't know, good or bad, but yeah, I got a double.
right. And
Yeah,
then so that's like about 10 right there.
close
Yeah,
to it. Well, you're at 8 something. So yeah,
something. Then you have to pay another like
it's a
stupid
lot,
amount
dude.
of another like couple grand for housing, and then
Couple, more than a couple, but okay,
okay, and
many,
many,
many.
many, and then you have to pay your staff to
Sure.
like
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
the
Yes.
booth. Yeah, that I mean, like, that sounds like it's
It
like,
adds up.
yeah, it adds
It
up
adds up.
fast. It's like a $16,000 fucking
Yeah, or more.
or more, yeah,
Yeah.
thing.
My van rental was, how much was the van? Oh, I'm gonna guess the van was about $700.
All right.
Oh, get this. I have to rent 6 extra tables, right? It comes with 2 tables. I think I rent 6 extra tables. Do you know how much the rental of
Oh my
6
god,
tables
no,
is?
the rentals are insane. It's insane.
It's okay. Okay. So 6 tables, they are what, 2 foot by 8 foot tables.
Mhm.
6 tables, $887 for the
For this
800.
though.
Okay. So if I were a dickhead, what you can do is show up to the convention, go early, take people's tables.
Oh yeah,
Because what if you're short a table, they just bring you one.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So for example, 2 of our tables I think was put in a different booth right next to us. I'm like, that booth's got extra tables.
Right.
Like those are ours, I think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we were short 2 tables, and we were short 2 of the free tables we get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have a different drapery cloth.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh, my blue drapery cloths, which are free, weren't there, but they were in the next door booth. I just said, hey, can I get my 2 tables I'm supposed to get for free? And they brought them real quick, no
Yeah.
big deal. But then that other booth got 2 free tables, right? Those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they got 2 free tables, so they saved whatever $300 some odd by not having to rent any extra tables. And I know they used them, so it's like, good. I mean, it's cool, but
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
you create a gigantic horseshoe of tables
Yeah.
around
Yes.
your
Yeah.
thing.
A complete island. But that's an example, like how much that is, right? 6 tables, $887. That was the total, including tax and all that shit.
No.
And I was like, maybe I can get it tax free, but no, I couldn't. I tried.
You know,
I tried every year.
it's
I tried every year and they get denied. So
that's the thing, right? Like the whether it's tables or
a
it's like
rental
display
van, maybe a
cases
van.
or like any like lighting. If you want electricity in your booth to fucking play a monitor, with some kind of animation on it, any of that shit is like.
I'm not sure. So there's an electrical hookup. I don't know if for them to put an AC outlet on that electrical hookup costs anything. I thought it the whole thing says that it comes for free. You get electricity, but I don't know if that means electricity with an AC plug-in versus it's like a big ass weird electrical outlet that's not
right like a
maybe it's
washing machine
240 or
one, right?
220 or whatever it is. Yeah, maybe it's that. But then there's no adapter to plug anything in. I don't know if they make you pay for that adapter thing because there is an adapter they plug in and it's like a box with a bunch of outlets. I'm not sure, but because I didn't ask, I was like, you know what, man, fuck these, fuck that shit. But I mean, I think it's supposed to come with it, but I don't know. I just didn't deal with it.
Shit.
So, anyways, but you get an idea.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money in general. It's a big expense, and I don't think people realize that.
No, I don't think they do. I mean, like the reason why I won't touch San Diego Comic-Con with a 10-foot pole is because I won't make my money back. I won't.
Yeah, unless how about an Artist Alley table?
Yeah, I thought about that.
I mean that it's a 4-foot table. I believe that costs $300 or something like that.
Yeah.
But and you get 1 free badge for yourself. You don't get a second badge. I've heard that somebody else had to buy an extra badge and that cost $700.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's that low, that's cool. Maybe. I mean, 300. You could make your money back on, but it's a 4-foot table. It's small, but I mean, set up well. Maybe you can
bring a folding table if you want, and
bring an extra table for yourself. Go for it. Yeah, but I know that area is jam packed full of people all the time. But I think part of it being packed is it's a really narrow area, and all the tables are tiny. So I mean, if you have a 4-foot table, 1 or 2 people standing there makes it crowded, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, every table that's 4 foot, because our tables are 8 foot, right? It's like my booth is 10 foot wide, so I could, you know what I'm saying? It's just. What makes it feel crowded might be the fact that there's a lot of vendors in a very small space. But yeah,
it's smaller than 10 feet, but like it's not 4 feet, is it? I mean, it's
it's a 4-foot table for Artist Alley.
The table is 4 foot.
Yeah, 4 foot.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not like you're getting a 6 foot or 8 foot. It's 4 foot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a 4, so it's small.
Okay.
But I think the price is right for that, though. I mean, I believe it to be 3, but it might be 4. I don't know.
It is. It's pretty good, but like, I think that if I was doing like, it's like like these places like Comic-Con or Anime Expo or whatever. Like, if that was the focus of your work, if I was doing like indie comic, fan art, whatever related work, then it's worth your time. And I've definitely entertained the idea of doing fan art just for the fuck of it, but
but you're popular enough as an artist that you could probably bring if you had your toy figures, you had your prints, you'll still make money. It's just a matter of if you want to go through all that.
I just think it'd be funny to fucking do like, weird.
So you want to turn it into an art project.
Yeah, basically,
right?
Technically, yeah. Like I was like,
within your confines, you want to make a Luke Chu art project out of the Comic-Con. I could see that.
Or like the Anime Expo, like just do nothing but like just find the most cringy anime and fucking like do nothing but like cringy fucking artwork that like fits into there, that is just that walks the fine line of fandom and bad taste.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know
So are you if you weren't working on your art exhibition, would you have gone to Comic Con?
yes, 100%.
Oh, you would have gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have like, just come, just like I would take the, if I didn't like, have if I, if I it was by myself, I'd probably take the train and just like go out there, because I had a badge, and because I apply for professional status every 4 years, and they give it to me, which I'm grateful for. And yeah, then I will like, just kind of mosey around and like,
Yeah.
look at things, say hi to the homies, and then like, you know take some pictures of whatever.
Do you buy vintage comics? I mean,
No,
would you even do that? No,
no. I used to
not at
collect
all.
comics as like when I was in junior high and elementary and high school.
Yeah.
If it had an X in it, like X-Men, X Factor, Excalibur, I bought it. Like I was a big X-Men, like, you know, whatchamacallit, Marvel
Do
fan.
you have X-Men #1?
Mm-mm. Could never afford it.
Do you have X-Men #94?
I don't remember. I lost all my comics.
That's the new X-Men thing, whatever. But the whole thing was I just like looking at the art. I love looking at this vintage like 60s comics.
I
They
like
just
the
look
Jack
so
Kirby
cool.
stuff, and
They just look so cool, but
yeah.
just the ideas of what they're putting, I don't know. It just looks amazing.
Yeah.
But the thing what I noticed was almost every booth had an X-Men #1 or a Fantastic Four #1. Every booth had it. So the rarity of it, it just doesn't seem as rare as I would think it is.
It
It's
depends
just
on
I saw
which
it
X-Men
everywhere.
one. It depends on which X-Men #1 you're talking about. If you're talking about the
old one.
the old X-Men #1, the one that
Yeah.
they're like fucking like, I think they were giving it away as a prize. No, that was the Superman. That was the Action Comics #1 that they were giving away at like one of the gaming casinos in like
Oh, I saw that. Which one? Yamava.
Yamava.
It was on a billboard.
Right. I saw that.
I saw it now.
Like,
I think that was great. I think that was a graded one too, and I was like, oh shit, that's like pretty serious and probably very expensive.
yeah.
But just the fact that I thought that there's more rarity to it, and I realized, you know what? Some booths had like 5 X-Men #1s. Like they weren't. I was just like, man, the rarity of it just kind of was it.
Yeah, I
it
think
wasn't
people were just probably letting them go. That's the reason why they've accumulated. And like,
Yeah,
I think
maybe I just started seeing a lot all of a sudden. I was like, geez, every booth has it.
because there's other X-Men #1s out there. Like, there is like the original, the old school one, but then there's also like, then they like, decide to end it, and and restart it again as,
Right.
and there's like that one, I think it was Mike Lee who did the covers, and it was there were like 4 different color covers. And
Wait, Mike Lee, who's that? I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't
Mike Lee, are you just making up a Korean name? Like,
I am.
There's a whole bunch. There's a Jay Lee, Jim Lee.
There's a
Jay
Jim
Lee.
Lee. Yeah,
don't
it could
know.
be Jim Lee. I don't know any of the comic book,
There's
people,
there
but like
Mike Lee. Okay, yes.
yeah, Mike. Yes,
Mike Lee.
It
like
sounds pretty good, right? It sounds like,
yeah. It's legit.
He
It's
could
legit.
easily be
Mike Lee
like,
art.
Mike Lee art, and
Could be.
he there was like multiple covers. Like I had the Magneto one, and there was an X-Men, women in swimsuits cover, and all this other shit. And
Yeah.
I remember like I just couldn't get back into it because like I tapped out. Like, I don't know whether or not you read X-Men or not, but
I did.
yeah, there was
Uncanny X-Men.
I was reading Uncanny X-Men, and it like I was at that point where like Apocalypse was fucking ravaging the city, and the Marauders were killing all the mutants that were in the sewer. It was the Mutant Massacre arc, I think is what it was called. And then like all the X-Men basically died, but they were teleported by some like Australian Aboriginal guy who swung a bolo thing and opened up portals, and like I think it was Longshot and Dazzler and Wolverine and maybe Nightcrawler or whoever fucking survived. And after that, I was like, this sucks. You keep like killing them and then resurrecting them. And I just cannot stand behind this because now it's obviously you're just here to fucking make money. It's like the fucking death of Superman or the death of
Oh
Batman, all these
man.
other fucking like the death of Robin or whatever. It's like,
The Death
no.
of Robin, as if anyone cares. Like Death of Robin, yes, good.
Yeah,
And then
no,
you
no,
know,
no, no.
they resurrected him. God damn it.
Well, no,
I'm good.
they just brought new Robins in, I think, or
Oh, okay,
or
good.
some Robins like get old enough to become Nightwings and shit like that, you know, or
Oh, it's so
you
funny,
know,
man.
like
It's
and
like, God damn it. It's like, yes, killed Robin.
right, like they have
It's good.
a
It's
dramatic
so sad.
cover of Batman screaming at the heavens, holding Robin's corpse. You know, it's just kind
Secretly happy.
of,
Secretly happy.
and it's
It's like,
like and
oh,
then like guess what, like everything's kind of back to fucking normal, you know, crime fighting days,
yeah.
you know, the next fucking issue, and
Thank you.
maybe they'll like, you know, touch up
That's just,
on it. Yeah.
yeah, rebooting. Just keep rebooting it in a weird way.
Yeah, I just I could not get into it. I couldn't. I
Yeah.
as much as I wanted to get into it, I couldn't get into it. And like I think I was kind of like finally getting to that age where I started seeing the cracks in the capitalistic system and how it was damaging art. And
Damn.
and, and you know, like I fell into manga. I fell into manga because manga had definitive ends. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
like you read something for like, you know, 400 chapters or 1,000 chapters. You could read One Piece, which has been going strong for the last 25 fucking years,
Oh, and
whatever.
then they release them more often,
And
probably.
now it's released every week. Every week they release a new volume of comics, and
Right.
then you know, each one's like what, 12 pages, 18, 12, 14 pages or whatever. And then, you know, you get the equivalent after a month, you get the equivalent of a normal
Comic.
whatever, yeah, normal comic, and you like, but then it comes to an end. It says, all right, you know, like the adventure is over, the story's over, the end. And I think that, like, you know, is better than like this fucking like to be continued storytelling that like American comics like to, like, you know, to cash in on. So I don't know. I lost interest in comics a while ago, and it's because of that. It's
Mm.
because they just won't let things come to an end. They won't let
So
things.
you mean you think X-Men should just come to an end?
Of course, I
They
think
all
also.
die.
Yeah,
They all die.
they all die or they all go into hiding, and then they become a different kind of story.
I see.
You know, and
They become cave dwellers.
yeah, and then you could like fucking like you know, you revamp it, but like fucking like after what, like 700, 800 chapters of this shit, you're just kind of like, you know, like what am I even fucking in this for? And I found myself being more drawn to like these compendium books that they have, where it's like
Those are expensive, man.
yeah, they are expensive.
Make them cheaper. God damn. Right? Those compendium books, I'm always like so tempted. I'm like, oh, I can get all of it. And it's like, fuck, look how much this is.
Yeah.
It's like out of print. And I'm like, oh, great. And then it's like $300. And it's like,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
that's the
X-Men
thing.
book.
But that's because you were fucking you missed the window, right? Because normally they come out like
I
I
need,
buy like
yeah, I
I
didn't
own
even
the
know.
first like 14 volumes of Berserk. You know, let me
Uh huh. Oh, I was talking about X-Men, but okay. Okay, we're here waiting for Luke to get back to show me this. Wow,
this fucking
that book is
this,
big.
yeah, it's 14. There's like 14 of them, I think, and it's like 40
Wow.
bucks. You know, you go onto
Yeah, that's good.
Amazon and fucking like buy this shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's you know, you just sit there and like
Read it for days.
try and read it, but I don't even like books anymore. I'd rather read it on a tablet.
Tablet. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I could like fucking pinch and fucking like zoom in and like, you know, my eyes aren't as good anymore. So, you know, like reading's hard. I'm still not used to putting on reading glasses.
Oh my God.
You
I'm
know,
used to it.
you are.
But
Yeah.
reading is hard. It is.
Reading like physical matter is hard
It's
versus
gotten
reading
harder.
it on
It's
a device. So I'm, like I would much rather, like, you know, download some pay. I'll pay for it. The $40 for the digital files, put it on the cloud, and I'll sit there and fucking like, work my way through it. When I'm done, when I have to go away from the app, I can close the app and then fucking reopen it again and be right at the page that I'm supposed to be at. And, just like the technology is fucking great.
yeah, for sure.
So, and then on top of that, you don't have to fucking chop down any fucking like trees or recycle any paper to, to do it. I don't know. I don't know.
But you do have that nice Berserk brick book right there. It's like a brick.
It is a brick.
Yeah, that'll
Kentaro
kill somebody.
Miura. Like that's he created quite the masterpiece. Did you ever read Berserk?
No,
It's great. It's
really.
brutal.
Okay.
It's a brutal manga. It's interesting because the guy fucking worked on it for, I don't know, like 10, 15 years before he died, and it's still not over.
Oh wow.
And like his best friend has come back on, his best friend, whom apparently the manga the author fucking was, talked to, shared with him the entire like arc of the story.
Oh
And
wow.
so
So he knows it.
knowing that information, he's come up and is, you know right, trying to, end conclude the story. And then all of his assistants are still apparently on, doing the artwork, and like, they all know how to draw like in accordance to,
Wow.
his thing. But it's interesting because if you read like the first couple volumes, the artwork's a little bit janky. It's pretty rough, and
Mhm.
like, like some of the panels just aren't as like, aren't that great. But then you just watch him slowly improve, over time, the way he renders everything, the way he draws everything, and, the way he details everything. And it's just, it's just interesting just to even see that in my eyes.
Wow.
So,
Cool.
you know,
Makes me want to buy that book you got right there. That
y-
you put in the background.
yeah, yeah, you could buy it on, whatchamacallit,
Amazon, you said?
on Amazon. Amazon's
Wow.
great, so, but
Wow.
I don't know, that I think the thing about like, I don't know, like things going out of print and prices going up like crazy. Like you could buy, what's his name's, like I've been tempted to buy, oh god, I
Is
think it
that
was,
just a money grab too? They have different compendiums compiling different things, often overlapping with each other, right? And they're charging more because they're like, okay, this is the Masterworks edition. This is the blank edition. Here's the version that's black and white.
yeah,
Here's the version that's using shittier paper. Here's the version that is just this mini story within it, but it's compiling all of those mini stories into one.
right.
And it's just like it overlaps with each other. So
Well,
is that just also money grab?
it's to a certain degree. Like I've been like thinking about buying like the Shaolin Cowboy stuff by, I think, Frank Miller and Geoff Darrow, or is it just Geoff Darrow
I have no idea.
or Jeff Darrow? I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's the guy,
Joff.
you know.
I like that.
Yeah, he's the guy who did Hard Boiled, that that was Frank Miller and Geoff Darrow, and then he
Right.
did like Big Guy, or whatever it's called, the super robot.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then he went on to do
That's like 20 years ago or
oh,
whatever, right?
it was longer
More,
than that,
more.
buddy.
Okay.
Longer
Okay.
than that. That was in the
I remember that.
90s.
Okay.
And I own the originals of those, like those really thin, like, like little comics. And
Mhm.
I've thought about buying the compendium just so I could be able to, like, have it like without like dealing with this relatively fragile book. But like it's there's so many variations on the book, on the compendiums, especially with Shaolin Cowboy. I'm just like, oh, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to
Yeah.
start. Why don't you just fucking number your goddamn fucking things instead of trying to be so clever with it? Like,
Yes.
here's Shaolin Cowboy, and here's Shaolin Cowboy versus the Shadows, and here's Cowboy rides again, and like, which one's 1, 2, and 3? I'm assuming the one that is just self-titled is number 1.
Right.
But which
Or
one's
all of
2?
it or a
Yeah.
bunch of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then you find out like, oh, this book that you think is number 3 was actually contains number books 1 and 2.
I don't know, man.
Anyways,
It's that stuff's
anyways.
rough.
So it was a success. It was fun. You didn't walk away with any great memories. You didn't
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the greatest memory is, I mean, it's not a bad thing that, I mean, there's no bad memory.
Mm.
No, there's just nothing that I just don't know what a highlight is. Like, oh wow, this thing is what I'm going to remember this year by. I don't think I have anything like I could go, oh yeah, this, this happened.
It's
right?
Galactus, buddy. It's Galactus.
It might just be Galactus after all that. It's Galactus. I mean, there were years where we had what are those called? The Suicide Girl? No, what are they called? Suicide Girls? Is that what they're called?
Oh yeah, Suicide Girls. Yeah.
They used to be across from us, and that was kind of cool. There were Suicide Girls right across from us, right?
Yep, yep.
And it's like there's many years of that, so those are memorable for.
Yeah, whatever happened to them? That was the second.
They moved a few.
game.
I remember one year they moved a few booths over, and now I don't think they're around anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were totally like around. One of them they used to chat Aaron Brown up a lot. You know, they would chat. Yeah,
Aaron is a snack. So
but no, it's but it's it's kind of it's again changed a little bit, and again, is it more commercial? Maybe, you know what I mean? And
wait, so you
I'm
didn't?
still,
did you walk the floor at all? Did you like?
I did a little bit. I didn't go. I went mostly only one way. I kept going back the way that's probably less exciting, but more comics and more weird, randomness. And I guess I went to the area where Pop Mart is, right? Pop Mart's there.
Oh, Pop Mart was there.
Oh yeah. That's a big year for Pop Mart, but it's like, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not that into Pop Mart, but
no.
I like Pop Mart. I don't dislike it. It's just, amazing phenomenon, right?
Do you think it's
they captured lightning in a bottle?
I kind of feel like it's dying. Like I don't hear about it nearly as much as I did like a month ago.
Oh, that's funny you say that. Maybe you're right, but I don't know. Is that just a really steep peak and then it's a quick drop type of thing? I'm not sure, but I think people still want those Labubu things. So
yeah, I'm sure there's still a demand for Labubus, but I just don't
they're expensive.
think it's
secondary
market's always
really crazy.
Right? But like I feeling that like it's like lost a lot of its steam, like because it's just like I spend a lot of time fucking like trolling around online between while I'm working just to kind of like gauge like what's going on here, and maybe my algorithm is kind of realized that I don't have any interest in Labubu, but like it just like I'm just not like catching wind of any of like the shit, and like I think people are exhausted, like because people get exhausted really fast these days.
Yeah. Do you think it hit like the niche audience, then it went kind of mainstream commercial like everywhere? And then it's like now maybe it's out of your algorithm because it's kind of gotten to the normies,
I don't think.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't think my fucking algorithm is that niche. Like I don't. Yeah. I don't really think I'm like
Like I don't think it's peaked out yet though. Still, but I'm not sure.
What was the booth going crazy?
Yeah, busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because
busy.
I remember like literally up until like like last year, no one gave a fuck about Pop Mart.
Yeah, it's blown up, and the shop in Century City Mall is I've gone a few times. It's busy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very busy. Yeah. So
yeah,
no. And then to buy a Labubu now, I believe you need to buy it online and pick it up in the store. Like you cannot just walk up and buy it. You have to catch it at a drop, which is like 7 p.m. every day or something. They do a drop every day at 7 p.m.
Wow.
So that's how they're kind of like controlling, how it gets out there. And then it probably sells out, I'm sure, every day. And then, that's how it works.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's it's still a phenomenon. It's still making money and whatever it is.
Right. It's
Yeah.
ju it's
No,
just
it's
doesn't like, I just don't see videos of it anymore,
uh yeah.
you know? But what I do
It's
see a video of is, like, right now I'm on, like, top 4 cities, in the United States TikTok. Do you ever have you
what's
seen
that?
like, people,
I
like,
don't know.
listing off what they think the top 4 cities of,
Oh wow. No.
have been
What are they? Like,
well,
do you think?
there's no right answer,
Oh, well, I mean, you wouldn't say would you say Fresno? Does that
no,
make it one
no,
of the
no,
four?
like,
No.
I
So you're
think
talking like LA, New York, Seattle, San Francisco, or some bullshit like that, right?
I think the general
I mean,
consensus had
I don't
like
know.
is
Chicago.
the top 3 are New York, Los Angeles, Chicago.
Chicago's in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
I
what's
wasn't sure if Chicago gets in there because I don't even know it's there. It's just in the
um
middle.
it's in the middle.
I don't know.
Like, it's pretty
Gotcha.
big happening city, but like, San Francisco, like what about San Francisco? San
Maybe
Francisco
not.
doesn't even have a population of 1 million. It's got a
Yeah, it's
population,
probably not.
it's like 8
Yeah, it's probably not in there anymore.
No, I mean, like, you could say like, and like, you could say Palo Alto to a certain degree, but like, no, not really. No one talks about going to Palo Alto.
Yeah.
It's just, but everyone knows
Is
that
it Miami?
a
Which
lot of
I
people
know
will
nothing
say
about.
A lot of people will say
Yeah.
Miami. I wanted to say that it's not a city at all. It's Disney World. You know?
Disney World? Oh, like in Orlando?
Like, no, just Disney World. Like, fuck everything, or the so-called city around it. But like, Disney World is a place of mass influence. People flock there. People from around the world talk about Disney World, and maybe even Disneyland, but like maybe more Disney World. The Disney World has a bigger presence because it's got a bigger footprint.
What would be a place that's very right wing though? Maybe there's a
Miami.
bastion of a beast of Miami would be. I wasn't sure if
Mm,
I wasn't sure if like a bunch of folks would be like, "Oh, it's Dallas and it's Tallahassee." You
yeah,
know?
well,
It's like
like
Dallas,
a
Tallahassee,
lot of
and whatever. It's like all these southern states,
a lot of people are saying, like, like some city in Texas, right? Like
Could
Dallas
be.
or whatever, but like no one, like, really, like, no one gives a fuck about Texas except for Texans. Texans are the only ones who give a fuck about Texas.
Could be your right wing audience maybe.
Like,
You know,
you
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're Greg Abbott fans or whatever it is, and I don't, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm just trying to think outside the. Oh, what would some like average white dude say that's doesn't live here? That was
All
they
right.
might be like they might be like, oh man, it's Houston, H Town. I
Well,
don't think
yeah,
so.
like
It's none of
that's
these.
what. No, it's not. But
It's
like, I think that, I mean, like,
Boston.
the
Does
some people would
Boston
say
get in there?
Washington, Boston has been brought up. Washington
Washington
D.C.
D.C.
has been brought up.
Is it because
Um,
they have the museums and all that shit? It's a tourist attraction.
I would think so. I would
The
think so.
White
But
House. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, like yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you got the Smithsonian out there in
yeah.
Washington D.C. and stuff. But
That's a tough
that's
one.
like,
That's an interesting TikTok thing. I mean, but
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. It was.
L.A. We know that Los Angeles is in all of them, right? It should be.
Yeah, I mean, well, some people have
New
tried
York
to
too.
deny Los Angeles. Like, someone will say, like, New York, Dallas, Austin, Houston,
Yeah,
and maybe in
no.
Miami, and it's just like, nah.
Probably Los Angeles and New York are just must-haves in there.
Well, they're kind of anchor points, don't you feel?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
in
Oh, for sure.
in
It's the capital of the west of the Mississippi capital is Los Angeles. The
yeah,
capital of east of Mississippi is New York. That's
New York.
just how it is.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And
And sorry,
like,
Chicago. You're at least your third place, if at all.
he's third
There's
place. Third
there's
place.
no way Chicago would be
Chicago's
number one.
great, though. I love Chicago. I think
I like it too,
Chicago.
but Chicago would not be number one.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
No, no one's going to give Chicago number one, and not when New
Okay, good.
York is there. You know,
Yeah, see, it's number 3. It's doesn't
number
beat
three.
LA either.
Yeah, like no, like
Yeah,
LA's way too fucking big, way too fucking
yeah.
big. You know, and then like I've also been on like that. Have you seen the AI trampoline stuff?
No, what's that?
It's like
And you are just deep. You're on some deep shit on this, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just not on some deep shit.
no, it's this trampoline. It's like this black and white like ring camera style like footage of a trampoline in someone's backyard, and like rabbits are jumping on it.
I just saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like, people like are posting
That's AI.
that's AI.
Oh,
And people are like posting these videos of like the realization that it's AI,
oh,
and then
okay.
it's like
Oh,
sad.
it was so cute.
It's so good. It's so good. Like, and then like there was another one where it's like the other one was like the bear and its cub, jumping on the trampoline. And
I never saw that one.
I want that one to be real so bad. So bad. Oh my god, it would have been great. But nope, it's fake. And then like
Oh,
people have been like putting weird combinations like a horse on a trampoline,
oh.
and it's just like, oh, okay. You know.
A bear would just be too heavy, I think. But the rabbits was real. I was like, oh, come on.
Mm.
So sad.
Well,
Maybe it's better not to know. Gosh, that's
yeah, no.
I just saw it. I think I saw it today.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, oh, look at these rabbits jumping
Oh,
around. So cute. Oh no. Because it's in the realm of possibilities. Rabbits can jump high. They jump onto a trampoline and they're jumping around, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
It's because it looks real. It looks like legit.
It's in the realm of possibility.
And it's because of they're doing all these filters and tricks to make it look like it's like a ring camera or something that like, that the kind of camera that you would have in a backyard.
So if that hasn't happened on video by now, it has to be fake, right? Like I mean, let's just say you didn't know it was AI, but you'd be like, well, wait, there's never been a video of rabbits bouncing on a trampoline before, ever. And there's been backyard video for a very long time. It would have happened already.
Well,
you just have to use a little bit of logic maybe and figure it out.
Well, it's like the bear on a hammock, right? You like that is a phenomenon. Bears interacting with hammocks, like, happens.
Can a hammock hold up a bear though?
A small bear. Like,
isn't a bear like 2,000 pounds?
No. Oh, the big ones are, but like there's smaller like brown
they're
bears,
1,000 pounds.
Smaller brown bears that weigh anywhere between like 120 to 300 pounds.
120? What kind of little fucking tiny bear is that?
They exist. I think they're pre-hibernation bears.
They're like babies then?
Or like they're young.
I mean, I think I can kick ass on this little tiny bear.
It does have claws though. It does have claws. It's got built-in weapons, man.
I have a fist. I think I just pop that thing and I think that thing's gonna die. I'll choke it out. Okay,
wow. Eric versus bear. Eric
little bear. Little bear.
Who would you rather run into, Eric Nakamura or a bear in the woods?
No. This is a little tiny bear though. This is a little 4-foot dude, right?
Yeah, at 120 pounds, I would think so. Yes.
Yeah, he's a little round 4-footer. he's a jumbo machinder.
Yeah, okay. The reason why I know that weight range is because I looked it up. I was talking to Rachel about it, and Rachel and I were talking.
So bears like hammocks, you're saying, and that's real.
Yes,
because I don't even know.
Yeah, okay. Bears like hammocks.
Bears do weird things though. Bears are strange.
Bears are strange.
And bears they're a little bit clumsy too, which is kind of the fun part about it, right?
Yeah,
bears are a little bit clumsy.
Little dopey little dudes. They're like, like, hey.
But they probably fall out of a hammock and it's kind of cute and they don't get injured. They're just like, oh, I fell out of the hammock. They're a little dorky, right?
They're just like they're lovable little rascals.
Yeah, they're awesome. I like bears.
I
wouldn't want to kick ass on a bear.
No. So,
But like they wrestle bears in Dagestan. Like little kids wrestling bears. There's like video.
what?
That's not AI. Like they
Yeah,
wrestle.
where the fuck is Dag? By the name, I'm assuming it's somewhere in like West
Yeah,
Asia, but like
yeah.
like
It's
Dagestan, is that like a real place?
yes, yeah. It's like one of the breakaway republics from Russia, basically, right? But yeah, Dagestan. Yeah, they wrestle bears. Kids wrestle bears there. I've seen it. I've seen video. It's not AI. But wrestling. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like fun wrestling.
Like they're like palling around, like roughhouse.
Yeah, but they're wrestling. Yeah, they're trying to wrestle a bear.
I don't even know what to think about this. This is like,
it's not to injure the bear. They're just they're wrestling.
That's
Kids.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, they're not big bears. They're tiny. They're like That's why I said I can kick ass on a bear, because I saw these kids wrestling bears. Like maybe he's like 12 or something, 14, and he's wrestling a bear.
Fucking Dagestan. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I learned
where wrestling is a big deal there.
I learned something new tonight.
Oh, and funny thing about Dagestan, which is completely a superfluous extra non sequitur here, near the West LA Library, because I did an event at the library, the West LA Library. I did a giant robot talk for our book. Outside, there's a group of people across a street from the Colony, which is the ghost kitchen with like 50 restaurants, with making food, right, for takeout. Across the street are a bunch of dudes, which a person at the library said, oh, they're these Mexican guys hanging out every day, and they have their phones. Oh, dude, I think I froze.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, it looks like my video froze, but
yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay.
So, these dudes hang out and they put all their phones out, like against a pole. And I walk by and I'm like, God, there's 7 phones against the pole. There's a bunch of dudes just hanging out talking. And then, didn't know what they were doing. It looked nefarious. But then I find out later they're from Dagestan. And they're, probably speaking Russian to each other. And they're waiting just for pickup jobs across street at the Colony to deliver food, right? Food delivery guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, they're playing like chess and stuff like that while they're waiting. But I wonder, like I found out, because I kept looking at them going, okay, they're not Mexican, they're not Latinos. And then some of the guys look, whatever, Eastern European.
Right.
And then there's some that look like they're Chinese, like straight up Chinese.
Oh.
And then they start talking, and I'm like, they're speaking like rubles to each other, right? They're talking Russian. And they're speaking in Russian, I think.
Wow.
And I realized, the meeting place, it's Dagestan. You got some folks that look, Eastern European. You got some that look straight up Genghis Khan, and then they're, hanging out together. They're like all buds. But thought that was funny. So that's Dagestan. It's like Kazakhstan. It's like one of those places where Genghis Khan probably ended up siring many children.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's interesting. It's interesting that like this one ethnic group just kind of congregates there,
cornering the market. Yeah, they corner it. I'm wondering if by having 7 or 8 phones out at the same time that they corner the market on pickups at that place. Like nobody else can really get in because I'm number 9 in line and there's 8 dudes ahead of me who are across street, the Dagestanis.
It probably
I don't know how it works, but
diplomatizes the thing, right? Like
maybe, but don't they just kind of like corner that market though by having all these dudes waiting at the same time?
Well, it's like, like they're sitting here and like, let's say like there's like 9 phones like lined up.
Yeah,
and like, and everyone fucking like, and then a request comes in and they're like, okay, well, your phone's on the far left. You're in first place. You take this order, and then like he goes, picks up his phone, grabs the order and delivers it. And then like and then, it rings again and it's the next person in line. Maybe it does something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking, are these even their personal phones? Maybe it's just a work phone and maybe they all share the phones.
Who knows? I don't
know. Like one guy's like, oh, I gotta take a shit. You grab that phone and go take that delivery. I'll be right back. You know what I mean? Like maybe those. I don't know. I just thought it was really a phenomenon, weird, interesting thing.
Yeah.
But they're Dagestani. Anyways, that has nothing to do with Comic-Con. Nothing to do with bears, for that matter.
Yeah.
But it does touch.
That's pretty cool. So do you have anything coming up? Do you have anything?
Eric Martinez solo exhibition
Oh, nice.
begins Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Eric Martinez,
I'm
August 2nd.
I am. I think I'm free, so I'll come on. I'll come
Yeah.
on out
Come on down,
and
support Mr.
and
Eric.
it's
Lovely
Eric.
human being.
Everyone loves Eric.
Lovely human being.
Eric.
Oh, isn't that true?
He's friend of the podcast. He's
He's friends with everybody. Who
yes. Yeah.
I mean, there's people that could say, I don't like Luke for this reason, or I don't like Eric for this reason. What can you can't say anything about Eric. You can't, I don't like Eric because he likes toys. I don't like Eric Martinez because he makes stuff out of wood. There's nothing negative you could say. He's really funny. He's charming. He's super nice. I don't know.
Wow. I'm just trying to imagine all the shit people talk about me right now.
See, same here. And I already know it's happens. It happens. It's okay.
I don't know, Eric. I think
it's okay.
I think we're at that point now where people just don't have that much shit to talk about us because
that's also true. But there is the Luke this or that, the art show, blah blah blah, and then there's Eric, you didn't pick me for an art show, So I'm sure that there's something, right? But it's not as much as it used to be for me, for sure.
No, same.
Because it's like writing articles and people criticizing every other article or whatever. I understand that, but
right,
yeah, I don't know.
You don't put you don't put yourself out there as much anymore. Yeah,
no, by design, but at the same time, oh well, that's how it is.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's getting old.
I'm happy.
Those games are harder to play. So.
I don't want to play as well.
Yeah, no, neither do I. I just want to I can try and make a living. And on that note, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. All how many people are there?
I don't know. On and off, there's been a bunch.
Yeah, on and off.
But
but hey, thank you very much, y'all.
Thank
for
you. My frozen video.
Yeah,
my frozen video looks like I ate something sour.
Yep. Yeah.
It's okay.
You're on that sour. You're on sour candy TikToks.
I know.
And
I know.
Let's let's try and get back together again soon.
Okay.
Hopefully,
and keep painting, man. I want to know. Well, give us a preview next time.
Oh well, by next week, hopefully everything will be in boxes and out the door. But
you won't be.
I've been posting online.
Okay.
So please
follow Luke Chew.
Yeah, follow me, Luke Chew, LUKECGUEH. Follow Eric at Giant Robot. And cheers.
Thank you.